And how the fuck is everybody this morning? I hope everybody is having a fabulous, fabulous morning. So, I want to tell everybody we're going to be live today. Right now, we're going to talk about an interesting video I saw. I'm checking myself. I got lint all over me and stuff like that. I'm just always disheveled. But we're going live today to talk about a very interesting conversation I saw Abba and Preach having about what shaming actually is. And I think it's important in our society that we actually start talking about these things because. Uh, I really think that like we need to start getting we need to get there, like we need to make sure people like I wish it could be better well stated, but people just need to fucking toughen the fuck up. It's really pathetic. I mean, it's gotten to the stage where we can't like even have discussion about shit and people can't make jokes and I'm sorry, but like if you can't take a joke being made about you, you should shut the fuck up. Hey, Martha, I saw that I have no morbidity, but I think I need the one with the stimulant in it too. Here you go. This is Ember. The link for it, you can go right there. And I want to tell everybody, if you use the code MFINGCOO, MFINGCOO, you can get 5% off now. I had them hook me up with one just for you guys. I thought it would be important. To start trying to get a little bit of a savings there, and so I was like, "Hey guys, like, let's actually do let's at least make it so I can help people out here with just like even 5% off." So, give me one more second here. Yes, capital M, capital F, ING, capital C, capital O, capital O. So you can get 5% off. So here is the 5% code. Use that, and you'll get 5% off your order. Anything on Ambrosia. So this is the best community. Thank you, Martha. I appreciate it. Make sure everybody goes. You can also use that code for anything on the Ambrosia website. And I put at the top where you can get no morbidity, where you can get. Give me 1 second here. Actually, I want to do this. I'm all distracted, but. Yeah, okay, good. Good. I'm trying to make sure I remember to put stuff on my clipboard because I think it's important. There we go. I wanted to keep that one. There we go. But like I said, we have an interesting conversation between Abba and Preach about what is actually shaming. So apparently, Abba got in trouble by the woke mafia for something fucking stupid recently, and I gotta say, like, I'm happy to see that the pendulum is starting to swing. I hope it doesn't swing too far because it's going to hurt a lot of people's fifis, frankly. When the pendulum swings really, really far, when they start talking about, forcing people to lose weight, because it's going to happen. They're normalizing weight loss surgery for teenagers. I was talking earlier, Mark and I are going live today at 1:30 Eastern time, and we have a bunch of topics we're going to talk about. We're just going to let the ADHD fly, but one of them is that they're doing studies and pushing Wegovy for 12 to 17-year-olds now. Like, so we want 12 to 17-year-olds taking a weight loss drug that early. Like, get them hooked young on pharma. Don't teach anything about fucking lifestyle skills or anything like that. Kind of disgusting. So I'm going to say hi to everybody. What's up, Renetta? How you doing? Little Monster, what's going on? Janet, how are you? Angela, Goblin Mode, Little Monster. Martha, how you doing? I hope you check out the link. Good morning, Sabrina. Marie, how the fuck are you? Yes, thanks, Ellen. You're very welcome. Thank you very much. Abbott hit it on the head. He's right. The fat women get an extra layer of protection. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. It was a very good video. I have it queued up. I'm very impressed with these young men. Because here's the thing. Like, while I'm not going to, like, because I got to make sure you say this when when you talk online about what other people say, you got to make sure that you definitely let people know that I don't co-sign everything that everybody says that I fucking talk about. You know, like I talked about Gina Bontempo. I haven't even seen all of her shit. I couldn't possibly tell you that I co-sign everything that that woman says. I can't say what I've seen I like. You know, the only person I can say that I co-sign everything they say, pretty much, and even if I disagree with them, I'll co-sign everything that Mark says. I mean, definitely my wife, of course, but definitely what Mark says too. So, Sheeny Beanie, how are you doing? Not the father. I don't know if you're happy about that or not. I mean, it could be you could have wanted to be the father. I mean, you could have been like fucking shocked, been like, oh no, I paid like it was 18 years, and it turns out to be my best friend's baby. You know, like, so you could be pissed off about it, or you could be like, holy fuck, thank goodness I'm not the father. You know, she's all fucking ratchety and the kid's all fucked up. You know, like, so you could be happy about it. I don't know what. I always like wonder what makes people choose their usernames. You know, mine was Every Damn Day Fitness because I had a company called Every Damn Day Fitness, and I named the company Every Damn Day Fitness because it's kind of the premise of my philosophy for fitness. But now it's just Alan Roberts because that's actually my fucking name. But there's a bunch of people that have fucking fake names too. Like, it always amazes me. Like, dude, what the fuck are you? I mean, it's so weird. But I hope you're happy about not being the father. I don't know how this little tangent started, but I hope you have a good day. Tonic Blade, how you doing? Venus Soldier 92. Hey, Alan, I was watching you right now on my phone in the gym doing the stair climber. Right now, I'm at 30 minutes going strong. That is outstanding. That is outstanding. The Stairmaster's a fucking beast. Beast. Preach used to be, so he is more inclined to be sympathetic to fat people. I used to be obese. I mean, I think I'm pretty sympathetic to fat people. I mean, I know you're not. I think it just is a matter of how you look at it, like what sympathy actually is. That's what we're going to talk about here. Evan Priest are pretty awesome. Been following them for a couple of years. Crystal, hello everybody. How are you? Dennis, how are you? Raja, I hope I pronounced that right. How often do you swim in your pool? When I have the screened in Lanai, when my screen's fixed, it still hasn't been fixed from the storm. When I have the screen, every chance I fucking get, like every chance I fucking get. It hasn't been for about a month now. Oh, watch out, watch out. You just quoted Kanye, and I think that there's actually like a legal penalty for quoting Kanye now because he said shit that offended people. So, of course, you know, the bank, like JP Morgan, who does banking with like fucking terrorists, actual fucking terrorists around the world, they can't do business with Kanye West. You know, JP Morgan and Chase, the same people that sat in on the meetings between the government and social media outlets to censor the United States citizen. Yeah, they debanked him because he said shit that they didn't like. So, and you just quoted them. If I was you, I'd fucking go check your bank account. Crazy shit, right? Anyway, we are going to talk. We're going to go to this. It's called "Preach Addresses ABBA's Recent Controversy." So we are going to go watch. I will say this. I've watched most of this video. I have not watched all of it. I'd like to tell you guys what I've watched and haven't watched. But here we go. And as you can see, click like, subscribe, all that stuff. And boom. And we are going to mute the actual hang on a second. Just ordered No Morbidity. I hope you use the code MFing. Again, use the code MFing COO. In fact, here I'll do a different thing here. And I'm putting in. I'm going to make a graphic so everybody knows because I want this to help everybody. I want to help as many people as humanly fucking possible. This is Mental Jewels Ember. Oop. Damn it. That's not what I wanted to do. Give me one more second. This is Mental Jewels, Ember, and No Morbidity. To me, it's like something that every ADHD person in the world fucking needs. But also use code MFING COO. Use 5% code. I'm gonna put that on my thing here. Bam. Hopefully that works out. Yes, it worked out perfectly. There we go. That Lindsay with an A is here. How the fuck are you doing? Here for the BS. What's going on? No, I ain't saying she's a gold digger. That's funny. It's funny. Morning, Alan in chat. Already did my 10,000 steps. That's outstanding. That's outstanding. It's crazy how moderate activity does for mental health. It really is. And all right, here we go. ADHD brain says add to cart. Oh yeah, I mean like Mental Jewels. I use seriously. Whenever I need to study, write, anything like that, I use it. Anyway, here's what we're gonna do. We got this weird guy's face on here. We're gonna let that play real quick. Oh, damn it, Jim. Okay, here we go.
Shaming. I want to know why it's shaming. I think, and this is just my suspicion. Can't prove it. I think most people subconsciously have a lot of red tape about making fat jokes because.
I agree. A lot of people do. I don't. I really don't, but a lot of people do.
Because I don't think you would have kept that energy if I was making short jokes. I don't think you would have kept that energy or had the same reservations if I was making a bunch of other stuff. Would you? So 2 weeks back, we put out a video in regards to some woman who got upset because her date saw her and then did a 180 and left.
Yeah. Now here's my thing, by the way. Just to approach this bullshit, man. I mean, I thankfully haven't dated in fucking forever besides my wife, you know, and I'm going to take her out this weekend on a date, I think, either this week or next week. We're going away anyway, in a couple of weeks, so it's going to be dates every night. You know, I got shit planned. I'm looking forward to it. But if you say you're going to meet somebody for a date and you show up and they just are not your thing, I do think it's rather fucking rude to fucking not at least sit down and say hello, talk to them. I mean, what the fuck? Even if they're just absolutely not what you're looking for, even if they're just hideous and they make your balls go back up into your stomach, dudes. Like fucking be a real fucking man and sit down and at least talk to the fucking person. Like. But and to anybody out there, if you go on a date with somebody and then they just turn around when they see you, maybe be happy they left, because you know the thing is, if you matched up for a certain reason anyway in society, you know, friendship is very fucking good, right? Friendship is a real fucking thing, right? But if they're just not what you what you want to, what you hope they look like, you can be friends with somebody. You know, but to just fucking dick them, it shows that you're a fucking shitty person. And Sheeny Beauty says catfishes be catfishes be out there. I agree. I'm sure they are. In a world of anonymity where most people don't have to like put their name to their face, absolutely. But unless this person objectively lied about what they look like, presented themselves as not the case, which is what I think that they're getting to. When you watch this, we'll get into this, that it was presented that this woman had catfished this guy, but it turns out she hadn't. But if she hadn't catfished somebody, if it's not a catfish situation and you just show up and you like change your mind, don't be a dick. Because I got to be real. That's to me, and you have every right to do it. Don't get me wrong. I free country, free this, free that. I just think that's that's super fucking shitty. You know what I mean? It's courtesy to stay in chat. It is courtesy to stay in chat. And if all of a sudden you decide you're not attracted to this person, you obviously had some sort of connection intellectually. And I just don't so you're just saying it has to be about dating. You know, like that's fucked up. It's weird. I mean, it speaks low of the person. But anyway, isn't shame an emotional response for something something fat people are absolutely embarrassed about? Absolutely, that's what it is. I mean, if you're not ashamed of it, you can't be shamed for it. If you're not ashamed of it, you can't be shamed for it. It just here we go.
I was supposed to have a first date tonight, and he just unmatched me on Bumble. So I guess we're not going to get drinks anymore. But I thought I would show you guys my outfit, so somebody saw it.
I will say that she does not. I mean, she carries. She's got a Tess Holiday thing going on where her face does not match this. Now, when I first watched this, I thought maybe she didn't show like what she actually looks like, but that's not the case. She is fat. Yes, she's actually she looks like she's sarcopenically fat too, meaning like she has low muscle mass and fat. That's very dangerous. It's very bad. I feel like this, like she should do something about it for sure.
And then I remember I was like looking into something that the news articles were fraudulent, and that she did in fact advertise how big she was. And so the dude who turned around left when he saw her basically wasn't falsely advertised based off the pictures that she claimed she used on her TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is what I found interesting. First of all, dude saying I went off information and went on what I was being shown. And I got to say, the people that are giving him a hard fucking time have literally zero fucking room to talk, because most of the people that are giving him a hard time about doing that fucked the fucking our society up based off the information they had at the time about a fucking cold virus a couple years ago. So most people don't have fucking room to talk. Like, oh, you acted, you didn't look for all the information. Yeah. Sounds familiar, bitches. It sounds familiar.
I got so many comments on this video asking if I was just posting selfies. I have to take my profile to all my friends and be like, is this what I look like? I want to make sure I'm accurately representing myself. I'm not able to just post selfies like thin people.
You know what? That's where she's fucking... That shit was the shit that would have bothered me more than anything. I can't just do what thin people can do. Yeah, you can. And if you don't think that thin people worry about how they fucking present themselves, you're fucking crazy. In our society, almost everybody worries about their actual physical appearance. And almost every human being, it's just nature to fucking to like want to present yourself in the best fucking light, you know? And don't act like you're not taking all sorts of fucking best camera angles and picking from the thousands of fucking, like, nobody can possibly tell me that this picture was like a one take and a walk away. Like, that's not realistic. That's not, I don't believe that for a second. This wasn't just like, oh, I'm just going to take this picture. Oh, look how it's perfect. I mean, I don't fucking buy that either. Like, so you are picking the best, like your best, what you think is most flattering. That's for fucking sure. But thin people also, do things like you tell me you're not using filters, and we're not even going to get into the fact that you're wearing about a pound of makeup right now, lady. So I mean, let's not get too far into this. If I was speaking to this lady, I'd be like, I am on your side, but let's be fucking real. Like, calm the like you. When it gets to now, all of a sudden, it's not some dude came in, saw you, acted a fucking ass, turned around. Now it's all thin people are somehow privileged when you're not, when you're the one gluttoning yourself with massive amounts of extra food that you don't need. So.
Hell, I even have a beach picture where my stomach's out and you see my rolls. So he knew what he was getting into. I accurately represent myself on dating apps because I have to as a fat woman.
So we took
I accurately represent myself on dating apps because I have to as a fat woman. As a fucking person, you should accurately represent yourself on fucking dating apps. I mean, like the fucking victimhood is what is the thing that bothers me. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing that bothers me more than anything about her. What happened was fucking bullshit. And then people misrepresenting her was even more bullshit. It's like, as we get on, we see that this wasn't, it wasn't done well. But this whole, I'm a victim, and because I'm fat, I got to take these extra steps. maybe you should take a few extra steps when it comes to ordering your fucking food, and you wouldn't have to worry about the fucking, obvious fucking mental hang up you have about how you have to do shit that thin people don't do, that thin people still fucking do. I saw a few up here. And ladies, if you go on a date and won't see the guy again, offer to pay for your meal. It goes a long way. I mean, I absolutely agree with that. So, it's not like if hey, I'm not into you, this was a friendship thing. I mean, anyway, thin people also do body shots so that we don't look like we're misrepresenting. I mean, that's fucking true, yeah, but as a woman, you are already vulnerable. You don't want to show up and be fat because dudes can be very angry when it happens. As I'm pretty sure as a man, you don't want to do that either. I mean, I'm sorry, but women get fucking nasty, okay, and say horrible. Like women do the same things that men do and get fucking nasty about shit. Okay, so as a person, you're already vulnerable when you're in a dating situation. In my mind, as a person, you are actually putting yourself out there to go meet somebody. So. If a guy shows, and for a woman showing up fat, it's way more acceptable. And there's a huge fucking tizzy going on about this fucking shit for this woman happened, Marie. But I will tell you this: if some dude showed up and was fat, and the woman fucking left and like, oh, you're fat, and left, she could say it right to his face. You're fat. You got a small penis. Like she could say all sorts of shit to his face, and people are like, shouldn't have showed up fat with a small penis. That's literally that's how society would have treated him. So you're saying, I get what you're saying, because from a woman's perspective, you're already vulnerable. As a woman, you're already vulnerable. As a man, trust me, you're already vulnerable too. When I first asked Crystal out, it took me 10 times to ask her out because I couldn't get the words out because I was stuttering so much. I was so fucking nervous. So it's not like it's not a mutual thing. And then, a dude showing up fat, there's society does not excuse away dudes' fatness. You know what I mean? Society definitely right now excuses away women's fatness, even proclaims it as amazing. A dude shows up fat, he's just a fucking fat slob. And I'm not even disagreeing that he's not a fat slob. So her claim that she shared full body pics, but reality could have hit the dude showing up for the date and is still may have looked different in the flesh, all of it. That's true. I mean, I'm not saying dude needed to bang her. I'm saying that dude should have sat the fuck down and be like, hey, this just isn't it for me, or at least talk to her. They obviously had some sort of connection. If it was strictly off the physical and she represented herself, then dude should have been good to go, and I don't fucking shame people for that too. If you're consenting adults, you try to be safe, blah, 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 fucking do what you're going to fucking do. But dude should have fucking sat the fuck down at least and been like, hey, I don't find you attractive, And she would have been like, oh, it's because I'm fat. And it could have been like, no, it could be the outfit that she's wearing. Before I met Crystal, I once ended a date because the girl said supposedly instead of supposedly, and I'm not even saying my pronunciation is correct, but I was at the time before I met Crystal, I was done with all of it. My friends would try to set me up on dates. And if they did one little fucking thing wrong, or if I wasn't immediate, where I fucking was interested, which was just about everybody, I would end the fucking date. That would be the end of the date. You know what, this isn't working out. We're not connecting, But it's people I would make sure they knew this is just going to be a friendship. I'm not interested in you, because why the fuck go through all the fucking shit, So he's fucked up, but I mean, or too thin in general, you are vulnerable. And anything can set off the wrong type of guy. Anything can set off the wrong type of girl too. I mean, I'm sorry, if you mean by set off, you're worried about your safety, that's a different scenario. It really is. But you're in a public place, everything like that. If it's a matter of somebody's going to insult you, that happens to both men and women. I mean, it's way, 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 way fucking more acceptable to treat dudes like they're pieces of shit than women right now in public. You know what I mean? There's still plenty of asshole dudes that treat women horribly and very much give society gives women the short end of the stick, mostly by large corporations trying to make sure that you pay every fucking dollar of your money for shit that like is relatively unimportant to dudes too, But it's not just a girl thing. It's not just a woman thing in my mind. So they always have to point out that healthy people are thin. Then they complain about being called out as a fat person when they do it because, absolutely. Is what I mean. Before my hijab, I had a guy be disappointed because I showed up with my curls and not like my picture with straight hair. Okay. I mean, if you like the curls or you didn't like, I mean, I don't understand, Now imagine if he was an angry person. Now imagine if she was an angry person. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, but like you're demonizing all men. I mean, there's the threat of all men. I'm sorry, but like that's not fair at all. Imagine imagine a dude showing like, I mean, like, fuck. First of all, not to mention that, like, if it's about equality, women own guns too. I mean, it's just, I'm sorry. Like, I see what you're saying, but Marie, I gotta say, I think you're taking it a little far. Wow, the dude's obviously the dude's a piece of shit because hair is not a fucking thing. Obviously, I don't give a fuck. But at the same time, now imagine if he was an angry person. Now imagine if he wasn't. That's weird. I mean, not weird, but I get what you're saying. But at the same time, I think that's taking a little bit too much. Hair judgment is real. Most men are petty. Most women are very petty too. I'm not trying to. Most people are petty. We should say that. Most nobody, and I mean nobody, is more petty towards women than women. Nobody, absolutely nobody is more petty towards women than other women. None. Women seem to turn a blind eye to how vicious they can be to each other and to men. It's very true. Any tips about being too hungry at this time of year? I know it's just a few weeks, but it's extra annoying. Should I be drinking more water? You should be drinking at least an ounce of water per pound of body mass. And I'm way backed up on that. But here we're going to get back to this. And I'm going to speed this up a little bit.
Checked out the video. We put out a little community post and said we're going to cover it in a future video. So I thought about it. We talked about it today. What were your thoughts about the whole situation?
Yeah, we need to do a video about it, addressing it. But I find it interesting that in another video, you said something about not for shaming and this and that and that, whatever and stuff. And then we do that video, and then you call her all sorts of shit.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. That's shaming.
No, it's not.
What do you mean I'm not for shaming?
So, but you said in a previous video, in another video,
right,
where we're talking about fat shaming and stuff like that, and going out there, people being big and stuff like that, and you were not for shaming people and you calling people names and shit like that. But then
by big, you mean fat as fuck, dude. I'm guessing that the dude talking right now was fatter than he is now, because he's still a little thick, but he seems a little fucking self-conscious and or like kind of fucking because I've just started recently watching them, but I take it that he was fatter at some point in time and sounds a little self-conscious. People that are big. You mean fat? You mean fat, dude, right?
We do this video, and whenever we saw the face and the body didn't match, you went on an old charade and took. Yeah. But that's shaming.
More.
I mean, if it was meant to be in comedy, sorry, it happens. Yeah, I really, but like, it's only shaming.
If you call someone a whole ass whale, you're shaming that person for the weight.
If you call someone stupid, is that shaming?
Yeah, it might be. Okay. Depending on the situation.
If you roast anybody, is that shaming?
It depends on the situation. We're talking about the context here. I'm talking about the context, of course. If we take it out of the context, calling anybody anything is not.
Okay, exactly. Well, the context was important. What was the information we were going on?
The information was that she misled someone into going into a date.
Absolutely.
Right.
And then she revealed what she actually looked like. And I was like, yeah, okay, you can get this work.
I mean, it's got to be real. If she would have done that, and the whole concept of shaming to me is fucking weird. Like, if you want to say something about somebody's looks, they're your opinion, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Intentionally going to like, if I approach somebody on the street and be like, "Holy fuck, you are a huge fat ass ton of lard. I do not know how the fuck you get out of bed in the morning. You should be ashamed of yourself. You piece of shit." That's shaming somebody. If I say to a person that publicly posts comment or publicly posts something, their opinion, if I make a observation about their weight and my impression and thoughts upon it, I am not shaming the person. They just feel shamed because they are ashamed of it. You know? I mean, it's exactly what it is, you know? If someone is ashamed, that's on them. I agree. I'm going to start crying about swole shaming. I should be entitled. I hear you. I hear you. Sorry, but I really think that online dating takes all the fun out of dating. I don't participate personally. I don't know how people do. Crystal and I have even talked about that. Like, thank goodness I have her, because that would not be something I can do. You know, people care so much about opinion about others and very little about their opinion of themselves. That is outstanding statement, Dallin. I hope you're doing well, by the way, buddy. Lying through misrepresentation is a moral fail I cannot get past. Makeup, face contouring makeup and stuff like that too, you know, like, because it makes the person look very, very different, you know. But anyway,
there's a difference between, let's say you are led to believe that somebody's a war criminal. There's an article that comes out and you roast them. You say, "You demonic son of a bitch, you belong with Lucifer. You probably eating Satan's anus every day." Okay. And then it turns out that the news article that you're reading is false. Well, obviously you owe that person an apology because of what you said. Right. But you also have to acknowledge that, like, the medium for which you normally rely on to get information wasn't accurate. Right. So I think the issue in this lies.
And again, I'm gonna say this really fucking clearly. Anybody that wore a fucking face diaper, anybody that said maybe we should stay inside, anybody that was terrified of a fucking cold in the last 2.5 years should understand this concept and be sympathetic. This person believed, Abba, I guess is his name, believed that the article was true. He was going off the information that was presented and then acted upon it. So anybody that believed the bullshit, the absolute bullshit that was being spewed about a fucking cold virus, literally should shut the whole fuck up, because you look stupid. You look dumb as fuck. Oh my God, it's funny. First date, take her swimming. That's fucking hilarious.
It's not necessarily just in what was said, but more so how you handle afterwards, right? Video was up for an hour, take it immediately.
Yeah.
A nigga could have left that shit sit.
Yeah, marinate.
We're gonna get those ducats. So when you say, so to address your point about shaming, I think there's a giant difference. I don't go out of my way to see somebody short, but if you acting big chested and you acting crazy, yo, my manlet homie, my Hobbit looking Lord of the Rings nigga, my Gollum crawling, crib, you know, then you can get that.
You get that word.
There's a difference. People say, "Oh, you can't make fun of people." No, you can make fun of someone because they're fan.
I think
there's times when it's unwarranted.
I want to put it out there. Right. You can make fun of anything.
Right, but you call it shaming. I want to know why it's shaming.
No, I want to see what your position with that. Yeah. And I mean, because there is a difference in the difference to make. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. You're in it. So because we did that video where we talk about that, we need to make the difference. We need to put it out there and be like, okay, listen, this is what we stand on.
I think, and this is just my suspicion. Can't prove it. I think most people subconsciously have a lot of red tape about making fat jokes. Because
oh, fucking so much. You know why? Because it's like damn near legal. I mean, this is no shit. Like, for real. I don't even make fat jokes. I can. I am super fucking nice to fat people. I am super nice to Tess Holiday. If any of you that are new to this think that I can't make some savage ass, vicious ass, fucking cutting to the fucking bone jokes, you have not watched my old comedy shit. You just absolutely have not. To me, I am super incredibly polite and nice to fat people, you know, and I'm way nicer to them than the people that are telling them that them being fat is like, that's the thing. I'm sorry, but like, fat shaming to me is lying to somebody's face because you know they're fat and you don't want them to be hurt their feelings. That's shameful. You know, like that to me is fat shaming, where you view a person as so fucking pathetically weak that the mention of a biological imperative fact about their fucking health is off limits. That's fat shaming. I mean, how do we view this? Not that way. So you are going to lie to a person's face and say you're perfectly fine at 300 pounds. You look, you know what? You look fucking sexy as fuck round. You know, like you know what's really sexy? That third skin fold that you probably haven't cleaned under in fucking 3 weeks. That's sexy as fuck. What if that lie? That's shaming to me. That is openly mocking the person's fucking weight just for political correctness. To me, that is a fucking issue. That is shaming. I mean, you know, I love the smell of yeast. You know, I mean, like, what the fuck? I mean, it's fucking. To me, that is shaming. Like that I know that you are so fucking weak because you are so fucking fat and it hurts you so fucking bad that I'm going to lie to your face. That's fat shaming. That's what fat shaming is. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, how am I wrong? So if a person looks at another person and literally says, you look great, when in their mind, you know they don't. Like, oh no, you're fine, you're perfectly healthy. When you can hear the person almost having a cardiac arrest from standing the fuck up out of their goddamn chair, you lie to the person's face. No, you're fine, you're good, you're good. That's fat shaming. Like, if you know it's going to cut them so fucking deep because it's so fucking real and they're so problematic about it, that's fat shaming. That's what fat shaming is. I mean, that's the fucking truth. That's the fucking straight up truth right there. The only people I tell are fat unwarranted is my parents, because I love them so much and I want them to be around as long as possible. I mean, I put it out there for everybody. Don't be fat. I mean, speaking as an ex-morbidly obese person, don't be morbidly obese. It's horrible. I know you feel like shit. I know you do not feel well. Like, I know for sure, because I have reference. You do not feel well. Please stop that shit. Like, I mean, how hard is this? Like, you know, fucking knock it the fuck off. Get a hold of your shit. Live a longer fucking life. You know, that's not shaming to me. That is literally me trying to help save people's lives. That is not shaming. That's me helping out. You know, speaking of helping out, here's No Morbidity, Ember, and Mental Jewels. It'll change your fucking life. Go to those links. Use MFing COO as your code to get 5% off. Let's see. I have folds. I have a fupa that won't freaking budge. I hate looking in the mirror because it's gross. Well, Dory, like, I don't think you should consider yourself gross if you have lost weight to try to get help. I mean, you know, keep at it. It should shrink up as much as possible in time. If it doesn't, understand that loose skin is way better for you than it being full of fat. Okay. Like, my thing is, make sure you keep it clean. Make sure that if it starts hurting you from exercise, talk to your dermatologist or a doctor about it. I mean, do something about it, because if it is medically a problem, then it can hurt you. But please make sure that you don't hate yourself for it, because honestly, if it's something that you have, in fact, you know, worked your ass off to fucking to just have the fupa instead of having the fat roll, you know, you've done work. So, ordered No Morbidity for my dad. Thank you very much. Loving it. Thank you. Let's see, Lindsay. I don't wear jeans because they look horrid on me because of my fupa. See, to me, to me, loose skin acceptance is what we need. That's what I'm saying. Maybe people who have always been fat don't know they feel bad. It's all they know. We talk about that all the time. It's a very real thing, because and it actually negatively affects them from getting all of the weight off. because they feel a little better, like losing halfway. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why April Lauren is so stuck. She feels so much better than when she was fucking a beach ball, because now she's just kind of like an egg. But she feels better, so it's in her mind. She's like, "That's good enough," you know. Give me 1 second, guys. We did just get somebody bought a consultation, and I tried to send them something out immediately. And Alex, if you're listening, I'm sending you the link to set up your consultation. Whoops. Right now. Done. All right. So we're going to keep listening to these guys.
Because I don't think you would have kept that energy if I was making short jokes. I don't think you would have kept that energy or had the same reservations if I was making a bunch of other stuff.
Absolutely.
Would you?
No, you're right.
You wouldn't have.
I said you're right.
You wouldn't have, right?
I'm saying you're right.
Okay, so that's my point. I think when it comes to fatness,
yeah,
people all of a sudden add an extra layer of protection. And they're just like, you know,
look at that face. I would love to have him on the fucking channel. Hell yeah.
Right here.
You know?
We know what the fuck we did
You
here.
know what I'm saying? And so there is, right?
Right.
So on one hand, I am sorry. Because one, I went at somebody who didn't deserve it. Because like, how many times have people seen an article or they hear a bunch of news coverage about somebody being a child diddler?
Yeah.
People are off making all kinds of wild comments.
Absolutely.
If it turns out to be not true afterwards,
Nothing happens.
should they apologize? Absolutely. The person's name has been disparaged. So
Yes, they should apologize. Like, say they bought into the entire rhetoric of everybody should lose their fucking livelihood and we should label people as essential and non-essential based off of fucking cold. And it turns out years later that was all fucking wrong. They absolutely should fucking apologize. They shouldn't expect forgive and forget. They should apologize and own up to their fucking shit.
you owe them that.
Yeah.
However, you're going off the information that you have. We're not a news agency, okay? You can't have someone vetting all the news articles to make sure the sources are factual or accurate. No one's doing that. But what we can do, what we do have a responsibility is if it comes to our attention that we are incorrect about something, then you have to address it.
So why do we have where's that disconnect? Not that disconnect. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. Why do we have that thing where we feel some kind of way when we talk about fat, but not other people? Because actually, you know what? No,
You could probably know.
hold on. Fat woman.
Ah,
Because
look
fat,
at that. Look at that. Do you see that? He was like, "You've been fat. You probably know."
I mean, we don't give a fuck.
No.
You a fat bitch? You a big dude? Man, you fat. Get your lazy ass. We don't give a fuck about that, right?
That's
we don't
right.
care if it's a fat dude. If it's a fat lady,
It is
That's the fucking truth. That's the fucking truth. While this plays, if fat dudes, you're a fat dude. Like fucking stop being sloppy. It's fucking pathetic. Fucking knock that shit the fuck off.
we gotta be.
There's a bunch of men talk. Preach. Get them, preach. Tell them. Because body positivity ain't for men. It's for
No, it's not. Let's be clear about one thing. Body positivity. Body positivity. I'm not gonna say it. Body positivity is not for men. It's not a thing that is for men. It's not a thing where men are included. Yes, they make sometimes some efforts, but they're not. Even some very
What was that?
body positive people are like, I don't want to go out with a fat man.
Yep, happens all the fucking time. Talk about hypocrisy. Like, I mean, that's the fucking thing. You know, here's my thing. I would have a lot less hard time with Lizzo if she would fucking date some 400-pound motherfucker. Like some fucking, I'm not talking 400 pounds, like fucking, I'm not talking like a strong man. I'm talking round as fuck, can't see his penis, like hasn't been able to tie his shoes in the last like 5 fucking years. Fat motherfucker, 500 fucking pounds. Like, that's who Lizzo should date. If she really wanted fucking credibility about like, it's fat phobic, shut the fuck up.
They say it.
Yeah.
It's out there is that. Yes, a lot of you are gonna be like, hey, but I wouldn't care. Yes, but we're not talking about your exception.
Yeah.
We're talking about most. And you go out there, motherfucker don't care. And like how we were mentioning in that other video, there was a whole beauty pageant about body positivity, and then there was one ripped dude in there.
This is body positivity in a picture right here. This is the modern body positivity in a fucking picture right here. This is the expectation of body positivity. You're supposed to believe, you're supposed to understand that both these people have worked just as hard and are just as deserving and blah, blah, all that fucking shit. When this woman obviously treats her body like shit. She is young. Give this a few more fucking years. This will turn into fucking 300 pounds like that. You fucking watch. She is like low muscle mass, fucking very low muscle mass, knee about to go fucking backwards. And then dude looks like he just got done working out. You know, she looks like, for real, it's like swim thick. But she hasn't swam in a long fucking time, I don't think. For real. Pound of fucking makeup, literally like fucking pound of fucking makeup, body contouring makeup. Also, by the way, right here, body contouring makeup. And dude, probably wearing makeup also, but dude's fucking jacked as fuck. So this is the fucking image of modern body positivity right here. This is the expectation for men, even from fat women. And this is the expectation for women, unhealthy, because she's unhealthy. She's unhealthy. Her swim thick. If she turned to the side, you can see this is sticking out here. Her waist to height ratio is probably 0.6 or 0.7. She's unhealthy.
What was that? No, you can't be having one ripped dude wearing swim thick or whatever, and you're ripped like that. It don't connect. So we know that. We know that's a fact. But there's other things like that. Height. You know what I mean? We clown dudes on height. I'm just not sure where it's from.
Men clown other men on every fucking thing. You know what? I don't even mind it. Mark and I fucking dog each other all the fucking time. That's what dudes do. That's like literally how we show love to each other almost. Like, don't get me wrong, we praise each other too, but what the fuck? The expectation is very fucking different. And even with higher expectations, men are still fat slobs most of the time.
From and why we do one and not the other. And we don't address it.
It's easy, bro. It's just we've convinced society that fat people are to be protected at all costs. They're to be coddled, they're to be treated like, and I'm like, no. At the same time, you don't have to go out of your way to do something. But if someone acting crazy and they can get this roast energy, they can get it on their fatness too. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. But if you're asking me where it comes from, it's because we've made it red tape and taboo in our society to say so. We are.
Julian, not all of them. That was definitely true. It was definitely true years ago as a generalization. But a lot of men have just become seriously fucking pussified weak bitches. Serious pussified weak bitches.
This whole body positivity movement stems from that emotion where it's like, we're going to just talk like it's not a problem, and you being, morbidly, it is. You being morbidly obese is a huge problem.
Yep.
Okay? But we're making it so we can't talk. It's a boogeyman.
Yes.
Yeah. The same way we can't talk about certain forms of racism or whatever. This is very similar. And so that's where it comes from.
If you go in a certain country and you talk about what's going on there. Yeah. Certain people are not going to like it, but it is what it is.
Yeah. So again, this is one of the, I think one is twofold. First, you start off with, we fucked what? I'm talking about the amount of folds of the body. Listen, bro, I'm not
the folds of the body. Jesus.
Making more fat jokes.
I haven't said anything.
Maybe this is too big for you to comprehend.
You stupid. Get the fuck out of here.
All right.
Then you slept well. You slept well.
Listen, when
you got that energy.
I don't know. My brain be firing.
You
okay.
stupid.
All right. But moving past that.
Hungry for something melty?
Too fucking funny. And then look at the fucking ads on this motherfucker. Ready in 7 minutes, mac and cheese. You don't need mac and cheese ready in 7 minutes.
No, that's not even a fat joke. Stop. Everything can be a fat joke.
I didn't say anything.
Think big. See?
No, you just
no, I'm fine. Okay, so all this to say, I think the real sad part is that we can't rely on our media platforms to report on things honestly, which puts the public in a very precarious position. Because people say, do your research. It's like, well, not everyone got the time to do it. Not everyone got all this other stuff to do it. Yeah, but you guys should hire a bunch of. I'm like,
again, the people that are complaining, and this is Abba, the people complaining about you not researching enough. If they've worn a mask, they're tell them to shut the fuck up. Right? Because here's the thing, and I'm just going to be real honest. If you would have actually done your research, people would have realized that not only were they not going to do what they were claiming that they would do, they're actually unhealthy to wear, especially the way the Americans were wearing them. They were actually probably increasing the rate of infection of not only the vid, but of other communicable diseases. They're bad for you when it comes to inhaling the particles from them. Like, so let's be real. Like, I mean, I've like so many people think they have some sort of moral standing to go on in these days about stuff like that, where it's like, you should do your research. Motherfuckers, if you fucking wore a mask, if you thought lockdowns were healthy, if you thought you should take a fucking experimental fucking therapy from a historically corrupt industry that has no liability, for if they cause you fucking harm and they're making billions of dollars, you are in fact so fucking stupid. You should not be judging anybody else's research. I'm just going to put that out. That you can, of course, you have freedom to fucking look like a fucking idiot all the fuck you want. But you should realize that if you were one of those people, you can shut the fuck up in my book. Like you have nothing, like you have nothing to fucking say, you know? If you ever had a fucking profile picture with you wearing a mask, you get no fucking, no, I have no respect for you when it comes to research.
Man, if you're not reading every article and then pass it through a vetting system, ethically, I think you can make the argument that maybe we should, and maybe that should be a practice we go going forward. But the truth is, you want to know what our process is? I see something on Google, I pick it up, and then if it sounds fishy, then I'll look deeper into it. But
here's my thing, and you guys can check my previous, all my previous fucking videos. I've said before, research everything you hear and see on this in this fucking box, including the words I say. I mean, that's why I give people links to No Morbidity. I give people links to the actual fucking ingredients to No Morbidity, because I want to make sure that you can do the research on your own. Fucking read the fucking studies. Do what you fucking can do, Head on over, by the way, to the Ambrosia. If you're just joining, head on over to the Ambrosia Collective. Get No Morbidity and or Ember and or Mental Jewels. I personally use all three of those every single fucking day to control my hunger. And I haven't binged in about a year and 9 months. It's going on a year and 10 months now, which is fucking amazing while I've been using these fucking products. Use the code MFing COO MF capital M capital F ING capital C capital O and get 5% off.
But generally, I do most of the research on these topics. And so, it's not a deep dive. It's like, oh, this looks credible. And then we move from there. And I'll try to look at the news source. And if it looks half decent, that's fine. As long as I'm not reading for something like the onion.com, generally, most of these things go well. But sometimes subscribers point it out to us. And when they do, we try to rectify things right away. But yeah, that's where I stand. I think it's unfortunate that in this media cycle, you can't rely on it. Because apparently, from one of the videos I'd seen from the girl, she posted about the fact that the news company in question had acted like they quoted her and they interviewed her when they never did.
I got an email from the Daily Mail and the US Sun asking to use screenshots of a video I posted that's gone viral because they wanted to do a story about it. The email was asking for permission. Not sure why they asked for permission, because they posted the story without my permission. And what's even—
Well, here's the thing. They don't need your permission. Now, if they say they quoted you, that's fucked up. But you posted your shit online. Like, that's a big pet peeve of mine, right? A big pet peeve of mine is that people are like, oh, you didn't have my permission to, like TikTokers do that all the motherfucking time. Like, all the motherfucking time, TikTokers do that. TikTok is literally set up for you to share. Like, you can control whether people can download, stitch, duet your fucking videos and shit like that. And you can control that shit per video. And then people use the video in a way that is not absolutely 100% complimentary. And like, I didn't give you permission to use my content. By putting it online, you fucking did. Like, people use my fucking content all the fuck you want. If you want to monetize it, I at least want a fucking piece of the fucking pie. But use my fucking shit all the fuck you want. It's free advertising. I stand by everything I say and how everything I present. So I have no issue with that. But this woman is all of a sudden saying, you posted these things without my permission. It's not like they fucking hacked your fucking phone and got the fucking pictures and the fucking videos and shit like that. They fucking absolutely you got it from public access. So shut the fuck up. Now, I do think that she's saying that they quoted her. I think that's what she says.
Even crazier is the headline. Like, they interviewed me. This is me. I'm curvy and proud, but cruel trolls say I catfished my Bumble date when he stood.
Now, them presenting it as if they are actually her quoting her, that's fucked up. I mean, I'll agree. But I mean, at the same time, writing her an article, like, you put yourself out there on a public platform.
Yeah. Chloe, don't know you, but we never spoke. I've never once called myself curvy. I don't use that term. I'm plus size or I'm fat.
No, you're just fat. You're not plus size. You're multi-sized. I mean, you are multi-sized. You are twice what you should. You are twice as big as what you should weigh. You are multi-sized. And they can refer to you however the fuck you want or however the fuck they want.
Also, when did I give you permission to write a story about me?
You know, they don't need a permission to write a story about you at all, whatsoever. That, you know, I was decently on that girl's side until she fucking pulled that bitch ass quote out at the fucking end. They don't need permission to write a fucking story about you. You fucking put your shit out in public content, in public domain, and like, so you post something to, in fact, get attention, and then you get attention, and then you don't want the fucking attention.
Wow.
So you're seeing that there's a lot of journalistic bypasses that are happening. And I think it's unfortunate because even if you move past us, okay, let's say this just goes viral on social media like it did before we saw it. You can't expect everybody in the public to do their research as well. So we have a problem being compounded both by influencers and people in the media or YouTubers like us, and then also by regular people such as yourself who share it on media and make it grow organically to where we cover it. So there's so much of that happening. And I think it's just, I think it's unfortunate we can't rely on our media system.
I mean,
anything.
On my side, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to make sure that we are going to do our job into looking into information. Of course, things are going to slip up. Like you said, it's crazy that the news outlet, that's their job, and they actually have some rules and regulations that they have to go by in order to deliver a story where YouTubers, but we still have a sort of responsibility towards that. That being said, yeah, we fucked up. Yeah. And whenever we fuck up, we're going to say we fucked up. It's not a problem. It's not an issue. That's fine.
I don't think Abba thinks he fucked up. I don't think Abba fucked up either. I think Abba went off the fucking what he had out, and then they're admitting like, hey, what we had out was untruthful. These people fucked up. We were just reporting on it. And him fucking him making jokes about somebody because they're fat. If you feel you can't be made fun of, don't engage in society. You know, like I really believe that. If you feel like you can't be made fun of, don't engage in society. It's just it's not healthy for you. If you're that fucking weak of a bitch of a person that you feel that nobody should be able to make fun of you for something that is absolutely like, if somebody was making shit up about you, that's one thing. But to say that you're fucking fat and unhealthy, that's not making shit up. If you're fat and unhealthy, you're fat and unhealthy. And if you're fat, you're unhealthy. I mean, it's just reality, you know. I'm huge. I become huge fans of those guys. I will probably do more videos from them in the future. I did want to tell everybody again, by the way. Boom, boom. Here's where you can get No Morbidity and Ember. And I almost just fucking shut the computer down. That would have been fucked up. And I just recently got a code, MFing COO. To help you guys get 5% off when you go to any Ambrosia order. So please do take advantage of that. And we're going to get to some questions. Let's see. Anyone think that the shortage of diabetes medications is being processed by the overconsumption of weight loss like Ozempic and Wegovy? When is it out? When it's out, what about the people who need it to survive? Nobody needs Wegovy or Ozempic to survive. They just don't. It's not that kind of diabetes medication. I will say that if you are type 2 diabetic, your best bet is to manage it via nutrition, of course. No, not the diabetics. Alan, have you seen the video about the blind dating and the guy that rejects women after the hugging them and people scream fat phobia? I mean, I think he fucking cheats the concept of blind dating. I have seen it. It's amazing how we can't have preference. But again, we just saw that very fucking much the fat acceptance community has preference of spouse. Like, you know, you could get fucking nasty and be like, most women, like, our species wasn't really designed for women to mate with men that outweigh that don't outweigh them. Like, men should be bigger than their spouses, you know? I mean, that's kind of like a healthy thing. So like Tess Holiday would have to date a 500-pound motherfucker, you know? Like, I bet you I bet you don't see Tess with 500-pound dudes ever, you know? And I'm not saying that should be like a societal rule. I am just stating that we need to start looking at these things like in a real world societal fashion. But hey guys, I do need to run though, because I've got some errands I got to get done, and Mark and I will be live at 1:30. Again, here's where you can get No Morbidity, and you can get Ember and Mental Jewels. I use all three of those every single fucking day. As a matter of fact, I got to take my Ember. But just in case people are wondering, we do still have, and we are doing monthly now. But here is a monthly coaching live special. If you need help, if the holiday season is starting to whip your ass, by the way, if you need to get a hold of your habits and build a healthier lifestyle, we help people by daily communication with weekly video conference calls. So please do check that out. I hope everybody has a great day. We will see all of you at 1:30. Please show the fuck up. We've got a lot of fun shit to talk about. We are going to talk about the blue checks melting down, about having to pay $8 a month. We are going to talk about weight loss drugs being geared towards children. We are going to talk about all sorts of other fucking fun shit. Hang on a second. I'll actually bring up what we're going to fucking talk about. And, oh yeah, Vaxxer karma. Because people that were wishing death upon people for not taking the vaccine seem to be dropping like fucking flies. And I'm not going to fucking pull back. So hope everybody has a great motherfucking day. It's not, no, here for the BS, it's not $20. It's $8. He's going to charge $8. He's going to charge $8. $8 to be able to edit your video. Because I don't even give a fuck about the blue check. Just be real. I don't give a fuck about the blue check. I don't. I don't. I don't need a blue check next to my name to know who the fuck I am. You know what I mean? But fucking to be able to edit your fucking posts, post longer videos, there's going to be the possibility of monetization, like YouTube monetization of videos on Twitter platform for people that do it. That's worth the return on investment is worth it by itself. You get better ad spots, all sorts of shit. A fucking $8 a month, fuck yeah, all goddamn day long. All goddamn day. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great motherfucking day. Goddamn.